Toronto, black chains, bomb on it.
Welcome to the Bradley Center in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. It's an NBA Saturday night on ESPN as we get set for the third meeting of the season between the Milwaukee Bucks and the Toronto Raptors. The Bucks coming off a gratifying win in their previous game against Philadelphia. Jeff, they won for a number of reasons. What would you say was the most important?
You have to bring a disposition defensively that's second to none. You've got to be ready and willing to make multiple efforts, to go from one coverage to the next, and not stop until you secure the defensive rebound.
For two. That shot won't go. DeRozan set to bring it up. Gets past the defender. Slams it down.
Oh, that's just raw athleticism right there. Blow by, goes up, finishes with a hard dunk.
Curling in, dunks it hard.
Oh, that's nice right there. The finish at the rim with the nice dunk.
Big year for the Raptors last year, Jeff. They make the playoffs. They lose a tough first-round series, but they've got some good young talent. Can they take the next step now?
Well, you think about it, Mike. I don't think many people know, unless you're heavily involved in the NBA, what a great basketball city Toronto is. I used to always love going there. Packed houses, vociferous fans that were really into the game. And I like what Dwayne Casey's team stands for. They play hard defense, they play unselfish offense, and they're doing it with a lot of young, hungry players.
The Raptors coming off a frustrating loss in their previous game against Dallas. Jeff, you can't win if you simply don't put the ball in the basket.
Mike, you've heard me say this ad nauseum. It's a make or miss league. If both teams create quality shots, who's going to make more of the quality opportunities? They didn't in the last game, and they lost. But you don't get down about that. You have to look inwardly and say, did we get the shots we wanted? If you did, you just move on to the next game and hope you shoot the ball a little bit better.
He shoots. Won't go. Jeff, you always talk about leadership in an organization. General Manager Masai Ujiri, head coach Dwayne Casey. They really have done a good job gaining some stability for this organization.
And it was so important. They were languishing for so long. To build and solidify a roster that can win, they've done that. They've got cornerstone-type players in DeMar DeRozan. They've really, really re-energized their fan base. I just love what the Toronto Raptors are doing in the country up north.
Number 17.
Knocks down the first one. And he makes them both. Milwaukee's leading Toronto by a score of 6-4. Lowry into the front court. Valanciunas is hoping for position in the paint for the layup. Unable to flip it in.
Driving the ball into the paint is the most important offensive tool in the game. He had a great look. He just missed it.
Moves around the defender. Hits for two.
Milwaukee's showing a lot of confidence in their offense. They've made an impact early in this game.
Alley-oop. Pass intercepted by Monroe. Gets in the paint. He says no, but the ref says foul. Called against DeRozan. And he'll head to the line.
That's his second personal foul. Team foul number 3.
Jeff, Greg Monroe, one of those old school type of players. He's just one of those guys that fundamentally very sound, gets the job done.
Absolutely. I love his game. You give him the ball on the block, he knows what to do with it. And then he's a good rebounder. I think people forget that he's able to consistently rebound the ball in traffic. This is a nice young player.
of bounds. Whistle sounds. It'll be Raptors ball. And here's a look at the games on the NBA schedule for today. Sends it into the post. Valanciunas. Antetokounmpo the rebound. He grabbed 7 rebounds in their previous game against the Philadelphia 76ers. Monroe's looking to set up in the paint to the rim. Fouled on the attempt. He'll head to the line and shoot 2.
Excellent offensive play right there. Contact, finish, just didn't get it to drop for the three-point play opportunity.
And he hits the first free throw. And gets both points from the line. And we'll have a timeout. They want to talk it over. The Raptors down by 8.
The team needs to refocus. The coach has to do it at a timeout. He can't get it done on the fly on the floor.
One of the strengths of Lowry, Jeff, is a word that Clyde Frazier likes to use, the great Hall of Famer. Pugnacious. He has that attitude on the court.
That's a nice word by Clyde, and it's very descriptive of Kyle Lowry's whole approach to the game. He's not afraid of confrontation. He goes right to the rim, takes on and absorbs a great amount of contact, and then at the other end, he's not afraid to put his body in the fray for loose balls, for rebounds, taking charges. I really love his demeanor on the floor.
Excellent ball movement, great teamwork. The Raptors with the offensive rebound for a second chance opportunity.
Gang rebounding is how you establish a rebounding tone to your team, a toughness to your team. They've established that very well in the first half.
4-2.
Ross. Lowry for 2, shoots away, and the rebound grabbed by Monroe. He's averaging 5 rebounds per game this season. He curls, goes to the goal. Good finish inside.
This is the difference between college and the NBA. The ability to take on the second defender, contort your body, and still finish.
For the Raptors, the young Jonas Valanciunas, he's got a world of potential. It's time for him to start putting up some big numbers, Jeff.
Mike, he's a very capable offensive player. Got good hands. He could score around the bucket. Where he needs to really focus in, as does the whole Toronto team, is how do they improve defensively. Valanciunas has had his difficulties in defending pick and rolls. Like a lot of big guys, he's got to continue to grow in that area.
Can't get the layup to go.
Toronto is just not set the right tone defensively. They're getting absolutely obliterated on that end of the floor.
Puts up another shot. Can't knock it down.
That's a shooting turnover right there. You shot it too quick, had no chance of going in. That's just like a turnover.
Three-pointer won't go.
Toronto's not having the kind of offensive consistency you need to win in this league. They just can't seem to get into a rhythm.
Reverses. He's blocked. Ross, known as a slam dunk champion earlier in his career, but this guy is starting to become more of a basketball player.
He is. He's a high flyer, but he's using it at the right times to attack the rim. His three-point shot has improved. Listen, you don't want to be known as a dunker or just as a dunker in this league. When you're young, yeah, you love that, those Sports Center top 10 plays being on that. But what you really want to do is earn the respect of your peers in the league, and you do that by honing your entire game.
Oh, nice looking drop step there. Nice touch at the basket. He scored 13 points in their previous game against the Dallas Mavericks. And he curls in to the rim. Oh, makes the nice adjustment, but it just won't fall.
You got to finish with strength in the paint. You can't go up weak like that.
To Ross. Making the defense work with excellent ball movement. Misses that one.
Sometimes NBA players play the score, not the game. Good defense right there by playing the game the way it should be played defensively.
Coach says, hold on now, let's talk it over. They call a full timeout.
You can't allow teams in the NBA to go on extended runs. You've got to use your timeouts wisely. This was a good one.
Milwaukee's leading Toronto by a score of 20-8.
Number 5, DeMarre Carroll.
The big new acquisition for the Raptors, Jeff, obviously DeMarre Carroll. What a great year he had for the Hawks last season. He could do a lot of good things for this team.
Absolutely. They needed a starting small forward. They went out day one of the free agent period, and they got it done. It was a great get for Dwayne Casey and his team.
Valanciunas to the basket, flips it up, can't hit.
Hey, that's a good look right there. Just couldn't get it in.
Fires away for two. That's good.
2 points. 2 minutes left in the first quarter.
Sends it to the corner, gets it and quickly shoots that three. Shot from way outside, no good. Curls in. Oh, he shoots it. Nice finish around the rim.
You don't want to make a living taking contested two-point jump shots, but here it worked out because of superior concentration.
To Valanciunas. Feeds it right back. Inside. Smart adjustment for the shot and gets it to go.
That's pure talent right there, to be able to make something out of nothing. Good defense, better offense.
Valanciunas, the rebound. Ross to the rim. Right there, and it won't fall.
Hey, you got to finish strong on those shots. You're right at the basket. You got to put the ball in the hole.
Looking to curl in the paint. The Bucks with the offensive rebound to keep it alive. It's good. Back up and in on the follow.
They are absolutely pounding them on the glass right now. Good offensive rebound and stick back, and they are just blowing them out.
The Raptors with the offensive rebound for a new 24. Strong at the rim.
I love to see this. Guy who's behind keeps fighting, pursuing the ball. Not only pursues the ball, then has the talent and ability to finish it and give them a chance to cut into this margin.
To Ross. He's averaging 11 points per game this season. At the buzzer. First quarter comes to an end. The Bucks up by 16. We'll have more NBA action coming up for you right after this short break. As we begin the second. Our
Let's bring the fire.
Little personnel change going on right now. Monroe's trying to get down low.
Entering the game for the Bucks, number 7.
Using something he picked up from Rick Carlisle. Score the goal and the foul. And now it's one free throw to finish off a three-point play.
That's great athleticism right there to finish with strength, absorb the contact, and earn your way to the line.
And that completes the three-point play. DeRozan to the basket, unable to bring it home.
It's happened over and over again tonight, missing shots at the basket area.
Looks to put it back up again. Can't get it to go down.
No question, they've dug themselves a huge hole here in the first half because they haven't been defensively dominant. But the way to get back in the game is contest shots just like that.
Adjusts. The Raptors with the offensive rebound for another possession.
We're seeing a lot of action around the basket. Full body blockouts, up in the air for rebound battles. This is terrific basketball.
The two-pointer won't go. Telegraph that pass. Easy one for the defense.
Great contest on that shot, Mike. He had the shot timed perfectly to challenge and force the miss.
Scola forced to make the pass. Patterson fires with 2 on the clock. Not that time.
Hey, that's solid execution right there. Good extra pass, putting the ball on time and on target. It was a miss, but it's a very good offensive possession.
On the follow, knocks it down for 2. That's a 12-4 run for the Bucks. Pretty pass. Gets to the rim, and he draws the foul. And he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1.
First free throw, good.
Corey Joseph to the line, shooting 2.
Able to convert on both free throws. At the rim, the Bucks with control on the rebound.
And once again, when the ball is up in the air, they're the ones coming down with it. This is the kind of effort that it's great to see.
Lowry's rejected. It's out of bounds. Kicks it out to the perimeter to DeRozan. He dishes it, puts it up, gets that one to drop.
Nice pick and roll. Good pass, catch, finish at the basket.
There's the double team. Shoots it for 2, and that won't go.
You work in this league, you win. They haven't worked in the first half, but going forward, if they put the work in, they can work themselves right back into this game.
Swatted away by Monroe. Down into the lane. Gets it off. That's a 2-pointer. Knocks it down. He's shooting 37% from the field in tonight's game.
Typically, that's not the shot you want, the contested 2. It worked out this time.
DeRozan. Scola against Monroe. DeRozan. DeRozan forcing against a smothering defense. Can't hit the 2.
Hard to make contested shots against that good a defense right there. Very well defended.
Good work to draw the foul, and he'll head to the line for the 4th time tonight.
Outstanding performance by this excellent player, particularly tonight from the free throw line, where he is yet to miss.
Entering the game for Toronto, number 17, Jonas.
Good free throw shooting knocks down a pair.
And number 84.
Milwaukee's leading Toronto by a score of 55-30. Blocked. The two defenders swarm. Lets it go for two. Good rebound by Valanciunas. To DeRozan for the layup, and a nice finish at the basket.
The assist from number 7, Kyle Lowry.
The two defenders converge. There's the whistle. Nice job drawing the foul. And he'll head to the line with just seconds to go in the second.
Foul number 5. Toronto Raptors are in the penalty.
Off the mark on the first free throw. Good recovery. Hits the second free throw. Quarter coming to an end. He'll just throw up the prayer. And that'll do it. First half comes to an end. The Bucks up by 24. We'll have more Saturday night NBA from ESPN and EA Sports after the halftime break.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and I've got your EA Sports halftime report. The Bucks entered the locker room at halftime with a significant lead. They certainly staked the flag in the paint. They were dominant around the rim on the offensive end. Have a look at the leading scores for the Milwaukee Bucks. The Raptors did a lot of things wrong in that opening half. They haven't been able to score with any kind of consistency, and it's affecting their offensive flow. Have a look at the leading scores for the Toronto Raptors.
Game track. Field goal percentage.
The Toronto Raptors weren't efficient with their shooting, and therefore they weren't effective with their offense. Their field goal percentage is lacking, and it's probably the biggest reason for their first half deficit. The shooting was certainly worst in the opening quarter.
Player of the half.
Clark is leading all players in points and led all players for this selection. He did most of his damage offensively in the opening quarter, really making his presence known.
Who was cold?
Lowry didn't exactly light it up in the first half. He's been able to get shots up, but more often than not, they just haven't been dropping for him. And now, of course, the stats. Here are the top plays.
Number 3. Number 2. Number 1.
NBA scores just for you. Have a look. Thanks for joining us for the halftime report. The second half is about to get started.
Welcome back to the Bradley Center for the second half of this game. If you're just joining us, along with me is Jeff Van Gundy. I'm Mike Breen. Milwaukee's in a great spot. Every coach loves, everybody contributing, team playing with all-out effort. Looks good right now.
And it will continue to look good, Mike, if they continue to invest all of their energies and passion into the game. Good at both ends of the floor.
Ross moves into the front court. Poor pass there. Milwaukee's leading Toronto by a score of 56-32. Puts it up for two. Can't hit. Ross, the rebound.
You never know in this league. You just work for 48 minutes. Challenge shots, make it hard on the other team, you can get back in the game.
Terrific ball movement. To the rim, puts it in, a two-pointer. And Jonas Valanciunas with 6 points.
The concentration to be able to shoot through the contested hand, that's a big-time shot.
With a nickname like the Greek Freak, you certainly expect an unorthodox game from Antetokounmpo, Jeff. This guy is so unique.
Oh, he is. The size, the length, and the variety of skills. He can rebound, he can handle, and he can pass. And when you look at his size, he may still be growing, Mike. He's so young. This guy is one step away from cracking that superstar barrier.
To Ross. He's averaging 11 points per game this season. Milwaukee's leading Toronto by a score of 56-39. Double team closing in. Puts it in. Lowry in possession. Moving the ball around beautifully. Lowry shot thrown right back at him. Steps out of bounds. They give it right back. Looks to the post. To DeRozan. They double him. Puts it down.
The best way to make a comeback in the NBA, wide open threes, layups, dunks, free throws. You do that by getting the ball at the basket.
Goes to the goal. Converts on the inside.
Oh, that's nice right there. Good layup, good finish.
Lowry walks it across. Nice ball movement. To Valanciunas. Gets the wide open look for three. Can't hit from way outside.
Hey, look, they're getting blown out here in the second half. They haven't played well. But if they keep creating these wide open shots, it will pay dividends going down the stretch of this game and in the games coming up.
Pass to the corner. Lowry. He tries the step back, nails it. And Kyle Lowry with 9 points.
And you've got to give him credit. His last time out, poor shooting. But today, he's turned things around, and he's making a positive impact.
Off target. Fires for two, able to knock it down. He's shooting 35% from the field.
It's the most indefensible shot in the game, the pull-up off the dribble at mid-range. That's how they built up this lead.
There's the double team. Moving the ball, excellent teamwork. The two defenders swarm. Takes it to the rim and misses.
You want to know why it's a blowout? Because they continue to get quality shots in the paint.
Kicks it out to the corner. DeRozan on the drive. Valanciunas has the double team converge. And that's his 5th rebound of the game. For two, it's good. Milwaukee's shooting 43% from the field. And Dwayne Casey calls a timeout. His team having all kinds of problems. Milwaukee's leading Toronto by a score of 64-43. To Valanciunas. Look at him leap his feet for the ball. Whistle sounds out of bounds, so it'll be Raptors ball. To the rim. And a foul called against the Bucks. That's their first team foul. And Jonas Valanciunas will go to the line for a couple of free throws. Can't connect on the first free throw. Good bounce back, hitting the second free throw. He's 1 for 2. The two defenders converge. They're all over him. Still puts it up. Misses the two.
I like it. I'm seeing more effort in the last couple minutes than we saw in the first half. It may not result in a win here tonight, but the effort is something they can build on going forward.
Blows past the defender. Double team, able to get the shot off. And Jonas Valanciunas with the rebound earns himself a double-double. To the basket, flips it up, knocks it down. A two-pointer. Toronto's shooting 35% from the field.
When you see these type of plays in slow motion, only then do you realize how graceful and athletic they are.
Tries it again. Good boxing out by Valanciunas. Excellent ball movement. Great teamwork. Nails it. That's a two-pointer. And Jonas Valanciunas with 13 points.
That's an easy layup. You've got to make it harder on the offense than that.
Oh, what a play!
That's excellent body control to finish that shot in the paint against great defense.
To DeRozan. Shot is blocked. Nice move into the paint. Getting to the basket, a pretty Euro step. Milwaukee's leading Toronto by a score of 68-50. Lowry looking to dupe the defense, draws the double team. Making the defense work with excellent ball movement. Lowry fade away for two. Lowry's shot no good.
You can't hit a grand slam in basketball. It's one possession at a time. You can't go for the home run swing. You've got to make it simple each possession and generate a quality shot.
To DeRozan. Inside. Can't get the layup to drop.
Hey, that's a team playing the score, not the game. That's too easy of an attempt, even though you have a big lead.
To the rim, unable to flip it in.
Hey, that's how they created the lead. They got the ball to the rim, they just missed that one.
And Toronto's called for their first team foul. Milwaukee's shooting 92% from the line.
Man, I thought that was going to be an and one. Good strength, just whipped out.
For the Milwaukee Bucks, number
0
3,
for 2 from the line.
Subbing in for Toronto, number 6, Corey Joseph.
Goes out of bounds.
Raptors ball.
And the Milwaukee Bucks make a personnel change.
Number 31, John Hanson.
For three, the wide open shot. Misfires from long distance.
A wide open miss, but those are the type of shots they're going to have to keep creating and start making to work their way back into this game.
No doubt about it. He hit him. It's called against Patterson. That'll be his first. And he'll head to the line with under 2 to go in the third quarter.
Excellent offensive play right there. Contact, finish, just didn't get it to drop for the three-point play opportunity.
Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Milwaukee's leading Toronto by a score of 72-50. Valanciunas is looking for position in the paint. To DeRozan. DeMar DeRozan with 6 points and 3 assists. Off the mark. Gets it up for 2. Strong rebound by Valanciunas. To DeRozan. That's a forced shot. Unable to flip it in.
Couldn't have played that shot any better. Made it a much more difficult shot than if it was an open look.
Lets it go. Soft touch gets the roll. And Dwayne Casey calls a timeout. Boy, it is time to regroup.
Your job as a coach is try to keep the game close. Here, they just totally mismanaged their timeout by allowing their opponent to go on this huge run and then calling a timeout. Why call a timeout now? The game is basically over. You've allowed the lead to balloon.
Lets it go. Misses for two.
Hey, you can sugarcoat it, but this is a disappointing effort. One good challenge doesn't cover up the multitude of defensive sins that have gone into this game.
Terrific ball movement. Slices through the lane, back and forth. Nice looking Euro step. Goes for the long pass.
Number 54, Patrick Patterson.
Milwaukee's leading Toronto by a score of 74 to 54. He accelerates. The Bucks with the offensive rebound for a second chance opportunity. Double team closing in. Oh, tough shot off the double team, getting the two-pointer.
Okay, now that's just lucky. No one makes a game plan based on forcing shots through double teams. That was just pure luck, and he got his wish granted.
3 quarters complete. Milwaukee's up by 22. Stay with us for more NBA action after this short break.
Just a reminder,
Jeff, big lead as we start. And that's it. The final buzzer goes. The final score.
Jalen Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Bucks put together a nice win here today. The way they scored the ball consistently gave them a foundation for success, and a big part of that was shot selection. I saw plenty of times where they gave up a good shot for a great shot. The Raptors put up a fight, but didn't get their hands raised at the end. I'm sure they can't help but feel frustrated with the result, but they can't let that feeling linger. Sooner than later, they need to start thinking about the next matchup.
Game track. Defense.
The Milwaukee Bucks put under pressure defensively in this game, and in return, they put back some blocks and steals on the stat sheet. Not only that, they put a W in the win column, and that's everyone's favorite stat.
Player of the game.
Clark was the unanimous decision for this segment. He led all players in points, providing the kind of offense that could not be contained. Just look at these highlights and tell me you don't agree. He was most destructive in the paint, really establishing himself around the rim. The defense struggled to stop him and never really figured him out.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. These are the top plays of the game.
Number 3. Number 2. Number 1.
Check out these scores from around the league. And now we've got the Eastern Conference standings. Here's a view of the upcoming games for the Milwaukee Bucks. And And that does it for our post-game wrap-up. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. Thanks for joining me.